welcome you to the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology and home of the Tigers. It's the final night of the regular season in Atlantic hockey and the final postseason tune-up for the Tigers as they look to complete the sweep of Air Force. Number 7 for RIT is Tanner Andrew, the sophomore forward from Manitoba, had 2 goals last night as the Tigers beat the Falcons for the second time in 3 meetings this season. Good evening, I'm Kevin Roach, and welcome to RIT Hockey Pre-Game Live. Well, it's a little strange. RIT and Air Force usually meet with crucial points on the line in the playoffs or even in the conference championship game, but they're meeting on the final weekend of the regular season with really nothing at stake. RIT already has the top seed locked up in next week's AHA postseason tournament, while Air Force has already been eliminated. First period last night, we pick up the action. Tigers first power play of the night following a boarding penalty on the Falcons, and it's Joe Casero with the one-timer, his 11th on the season. RIT led 1-0. It stayed that way until under 8 minutes to play. Falcons getting behind the Tiger defense, and Bennett Norland finishes off the rush, his 3rd of the season right there. It was 1-1 after 1. Second period, the Tigers, though, would retake the lead as Carter Wilkie with the pretty feed coming up here as he takes the puck away. And then the nice backhand to Tanner Andrew, who finishes in the open net. 2-1 RIT at that point. Third period, the Tigers get a little more breathing room as Tanner Andrews going to come calling again from behind the net. And he's going to put it in for the goal. 3-1 Tigers at that point. Air Force would pull Balboa late in this one, looking to close the gap, but Tommy Scarfoni came up with the big stops once again. 30 saves on the night as RIT wins 3-1. As we take a look inside the numbers, following the Tigers' 21st victory of the season, Tanner Andrew logged his first career multi-point game. He now has 20 career points on 9 goals and 11 assists. RIT went 1 for 2 on the power play thanks to Jojo Casero's 5th power play goal of the season, and Tommy Scarfoni improving to 19-9-1 on the year. It's the 12th time this season Scarfoni has finished with at least 30 saves. As always, we have reports from both sides of the ice, but first we begin with RIT head coach Wayne Wilson, who's standing by live now with our John Natulio. Johnny?
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Wayne, how would you describe last night's win over the Falcons?
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty solid win. I thought, there maybe not quite the same intensity that we normally have with Air Force, but I thought that both teams played really hard. I liked our first 10 minutes in the first, a little sloppy in the second 10. I thought we had a good second period. Then I thought we shut it down pretty well. Didn't give them a lot of opportunities come the third. So pretty, kind of a playoff type game where you got to win those tight, 3-1, 2-1 type games. And I thought it was a good effort all the way around.
You want to see that same effort, of course, tonight.
Yeah, we want to finish off strong here. We said that last night as well, but you just want to have a good weekend. We want to keep trying to get a little bit better in our special teams, clean breakouts, good forechecks. Those are the things we talked about last night as well. But the formula doesn't really change. I think good discipline is another thing that, really kind of do that. I thought the refereeing was virtually invisible last night, and I say that in a good way. So, we're looking for the same type of recipe tonight.
You are back at home next weekend, but to send these seniors out the right way on senior night, how important is that for you guys?
Yeah, it's just important to win the game. I know it's senior night, but they're going to have other nights here. The season doesn't end at home. I think if it was our last game at home, it would be a little bit different for them after a 4-year career or 5-year career. So for us, you just want to win games because your competitiveness and if you think you have a chance at things at the end of the year, NCAA and that, you want to be playing well.
You never know what's going to happen in the playoffs. What do you want to see from Colby tonight? You never know when his number could be called.
Yeah, the last game he played real well at Arizona State. Yeah. He's played really well for us whenever he's in. Tommy's just been hard to, move out of the crease. And so we're expecting good things from Colby, and I'm sure he is of himself as well, and we have a lot of faith in him.
Always great talking to you, buddy.
Thank you.
That is head coach Wayne Wilson of the RIT Tigers for a preview of Air Force. Let's send it over to my broadcasting partner, Gene Battaglia. Gino?
All right, thanks, John. Here with Air Force head coach Frank Serratore, one of our favorites here in Atlantic hockey. And look, we all don't like the playoff format this year. It is what it is, but Tonight, one last game. What is your message to the team entering tonight's matchup?
Well, first of all, congratulations to RIT on the regular season championship, and we're hoping to create a little bit of a speed bump here going into the playoffs for them. But the message for us, we got to be able to handle their pressure. They come hard early, and we need to be able to weather that storm. Last night, they did a better job of taking advantage of our mistakes as opposed to us taking advantage of their mistakes. They out special teamed us. Their goaltender, Scarfone, was outstanding. He was the #1 star of the game, I thought. We outshot him 12-3 in the third period. But anyway, what does that equate to? It equates to a 3-1 RIT win. So what do we need to do tonight? We need to weather that storm. We need to handle their pressure early. We need to try to do our best to out-special team them, and hopefully we get a good game and goal from Mason Balboa.
Yeah, there's no fifth-year seniors at the Air Force Academy. So for your guys, where it's their last game, Cook and others, what have they meant to your program?
Well, all of these kids. I've been here 26 years, and hey, everybody's got good kids. And we got real special kids, and it's a privilege being able to work with them for 4 years. They're a joy to be around. They work hard. They understand the team concept, and they all go out in the world and do great things.
Yeah, and along those lines, and I know it's probably a question you've been asked a lot, but for our audience here tonight, what is it like? You can't root against Air Force. We're appreciative of the commitment that these young men have made. What is it like coaching at the Air Force Academy?
Well, it's good, and you're right. We rarely get booed. We get booed in one place. You know where that place is? West Point, New York. That's the only place we get booed, and but that's okay. That's the way it's supposed to be. And the places we go, and especially Rochester, New York here, the fans and the people, have such a great respect for what we represent, and we appreciate that, and we enjoy playing in front of crowds like that.
Did you make it over to the Pittsford Wegmans, Coach?
Oh, always. Are you kidding me? I got my Wegmans card, and I should be their pitch man. I still can't believe they haven't got a hold of me.
Well, maybe when they expand to Colorado. Coach, good luck tonight, and we're really looking forward to your senior team next year.
Thank you.
Head coach Frank Serratori, as we send it back to you, Kevin.
All right, Gene, thank you so much. Well, RIT and Air Force remained first and last, respectively, in Atlantic hockey following last night's results, but there was plenty of other movement as teams are scrambling for playoff positioning as we are down to the final game. AIC beat Sacred Heart in a shootout last night, so the Yellow Jackets are just a point behind the Pioneers for second place. A win tonight at AIC would be the 2 seed. Army and Canisius were both victorious last night. They are currently tied for 4th. Holy Cross fell to 6th, while Mercyhurst and Niagara currently tied with 35 points each. The winner tonight will be the 7 seed, while the loser will head to RIT next weekend for the quarterfinals as they will become the 8th seed. Well, still to come on Pregame Live, the RIT men's lacrosse team look to improve to 2-0 on the season. We'll show you how they fared this afternoon against Bates. Plus, the tradition will continue here tonight as RIT honors the class of 2023. We will once again carry the senior ceremony live. But first, number 20 for RIT is Caleb Moritz. The Alaska native is playing in his final regular season game as a Tiger. The senior forward will join our Kim Coffey live ringside next as our coverage rolls on from the Gene Policini Center. It's RIT and Air Force tonight. We're so glad you're with us. This is Pregame Live.
My fondest memory, you could pick quite a few. I would say probably homecoming in my junior year against St. Lawrence. That crowd coming after COVID was just amazing and unbelievable, and the experience just listening to it, and it was kind of surreal. And in the moment, you kind of just had to take a breath and realize that, wow, this is kind of crazy.
Big save, Colby Matthews. Another shot. And another save.
Oh, take a bow, number 40.
Definitely the Canisius comeback my freshman year when they honored the 2010 Frozen Four team, and we had the comeback in the third period. That one was really memorable for sure.
Going in, Walker scores! Scores! The Tigers have taken the lead. What a pass!
Just being here playing Division I college hockey was my dream, so coming here I got a second chance to do that, and I'm very grateful for that. And It'll be pretty sentimental. It'll be probably my last regular season game playing hockey, so it'll be hard, but it'll be exciting too to have that last game to go into playoffs with my family here, past coaches and stuff coming to watch.
Yeah, back here on Pregame Live. Big night for Colby Matthews, Ryan Nicholson, Calvin Boots, as well as the 4 other seniors that will be honored here tonight for their contributions to the program. Speaking of Colby Matthews, the senior netminder gets the start for RIT in net tonight. It'll be number 40's 5th start of the season, and first since January 21st at Arizona State. Matthews 2-2 on the year with a 3.03 goals against average. For Air Force head coach Frank Serratori, will stick with number 51 Mason Balboa, the Colorado Springs native. Made 20 saves last night, but allowed 3 goals in his first start since February 13th. He's now 4-5 this season with a 3.05 goals against average. Well, warm-ups have wrapped up down on the ice, and that is where we find our Kim Coffey, who's standing by live now with senior Caleb Moritz. Kimmy?
Caleb, senior night tonight, the last game of the regular season, but how good does it feel knowing this won't be your last home game at the Gene Policini Center?
Unbelievable. Obviously, any playoff games we can get in front of the fans here is something to cherish, and I'm just going to soak in every minute I can being in front of these fans.
And you talk about being in front of the fans. You had said that your family made it in to watch you tonight. Big crowd?
Yeah, so my mom, my dad, and my sister all made it in from Alaska, as well as one of my best friends growing up, and an old coach from 12U. He came to watch as well. So
pressure's on is what you're saying.
No, not at all.
Coach talks all the time about the leadership on this team. How have you, along with the upperclassmen, guided this team to such a successful, potentially 22-win season?
Well, honestly, it's been pretty easy. Our freshmen, underclassmen coming in have really stepped up as well. It's been very easy on us upperclassmen. We're just doing our best to lead by example, say what we need to say in the locker room, but it's very easy. They're very easy to be leaders too, because they're stepping up as well.
How confident are you guys that you'll be able to get the sweep?
I don't like throwing that out there, a little superstitious, but I'm pretty confident in this group.
Caleb, thanks so much. Good luck tonight.
Thank you as well. Thanks for having me.
Kevin?
All right, Kim, thank you so much. Meanwhile, the RIT men's lacrosse team opened the season last Saturday at Muhlenberg, and the top-ranked Tigers were fortunate to escape with a victory in triple overtime. This afternoon, Tigers were supposed to be on campus, but weather forced the game to be played in Geneva, New York, about 45 minutes away from here. Tigers taking on Bates. They led 5-2 after 1 in the second. Tigers add to their lead here as Luke Pilcher finishes with the goal. Tigers led by 4. Pilcher had a big day. More on him in a moment. Tigers on the attack late in the second set. Grottenthaler scores. RIT led 9-5. Grottenthaler had a goal and 2 assists on the afternoon. They would add 2 more before the half, including right here as John Mosrell is going to feed Pilcher once again. Pilcher, 4 goals, 2 assists on the day to lead the Tigers as they roll 22-10 over the Bobcats this afternoon in Geneva. RIT will host Nazareth right here on campus, we hope, weather permitting, on Wednesday. Other RIT action today, the baseball team at the Bison Baseball Classic hosted by Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C. RIT and SUNY Canton had their game suspended in the 4th inning because of rain. They'll resume things tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. before playing the host Bison tomorrow afternoon. They hope to open their season here on Thursday, again, weather permitting. Just a reminder, if you don't already have the RIT Athletics app, what are you waiting for? Scores, highlights, features, so much more. Plus, you can catch all our live RIT spring sports coverage on the RIT Athletics app. Download it today for your Apple, Android, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV devices. Still to come on Pregame Live, the class of 2023 shares what made their time at RIT special. Plus, John and Jean will join us to share who they think we should be keeping an eye on here tonight. It's all straight ahead on your home for Tiger Hockey. You're watching Pregame Live.
I would like to say we're changing the narrative a little bit. My freshman year, obviously, we were pretty good, but the last couple of years have been 500. Like we've been right above where we need to be, and we weren't where we wanted to be for sure. So this year we've changed a lot of things up, a lot of little things that in the grand scheme of things might not mean much, but to us, you know, our warm-up's been the same for the past 3 years, our off ice, on ice, and we've changed little things up, like stuff like that. And like we huddle around the net after our warm-up, you know, stuff like that we've never really done before. And I'd like to say we're changing the narrative because it's affecting our game. As you can see, we're playing better, we're playing differently, and yeah, we want to be remembered as the team that didn't do what everyone else did.
As winners, you know, I was one of the things that was one of the things that I really wanted to do in my kind of last year here was to be able to win. The coaches did an awesome job kind of explaining to me that I think, you know, we'll have a really good team here, and fortunately we do. So, you know, we were lucky enough to get the regular season title under our belts, and I think we've got a really good playoff push ahead. So I'm excited to hopefully do a lot more winning this year.
Caleb Moritz and Matt Kellenberger, the rest of the Tigers hoping to keep winning when the postseason begins next week as the road to the 2023 Atlantic Hockey Championship set to run right through this building if the Tigers keep winning. As we welcome you back inside the Gene Policini Center here at RIT, where you're watching Pregame Live, presented by Taylor the Builders. We won't know who RIT will play in next week's quarterfinals until after we're off the air tonight. However, we do know it will be the loser of tonight's Mercyhurst Niagara game. As we take a look at the rest of the action coming up here tonight in Atlantic Hockey, Sacred Heart can lock up the second seed with a win over AIC. Canisius goes for the sweep of Holy Cross, while Army's underway at Bentley. The Black Knights struck quickly. They took a 2-0 lead. They currently lead 2-1. Happy to be joined by the guys who will have the call for you once again here tonight, Gene Battaglia and John DiTullio. And guys, Tigers would love to duplicate last night's script, play disciplined, stay healthy, and hopefully enter the postseason on a high note.
Yeah, Kevin, and boy, defensively last night, good afternoon to you. John, is that the type of game that we should expect from the Tigers as we get to the postseason?
So even talking with Wayne, they needed that type of game because the game we saw last night and the game we're going to see tonight is going to be games that RIT is going to need to win and is going to play come starting next week in the playoffs. Last night felt like a playoff game for RIT. Tightly contested, not a whole lot of goals, not a whole lot of penalties, right? Stay out of the box. They played clean. That's why they won last night, meaning RIT.
Yeah, the difference today for RIT, it's the goaltender, Colby Matthews. I think in a different era, Colby Matthews might have been the number one guy here, John, and he's flashed 41 saves in the game against Army. It's good to see him get a little test here today.
Wayne feels good about him, and you never know when your number's going to be called. You never know when Tommy Scarfoni, who's had a great year, could get hurt. This is a big game for Colby Matthews. Tune up everything because you never know when your number could be called moving forward.
It's also senior day for Air Force, and in fact, for those seniors, it is their last game. No playoffs for them, and at the Air Force Academy, 4 years, and then you move on to your assignment here, so there is no fifth year. And our player to watch, one of those seniors, he has the most games played right now currently, Brandon Cook, the defenseman. If they're going to have offense tonight, it's going to start from the blue line.
Really a good two-way player who has been here, it seems like, forever. For the Falcons. They always have a guy from time to time that feels like he's been here about 8 years. When you look at his career numbers, you mentioned 18 goals to go along with 56 assists, but he's played in 120 career games. He has logged a whole lot of ice time. He would love to go out a winner tonight for Air Force.
For the RIT Tigers, it was good to see that Tanner Andrew, good nose for the net. The first goal last night set up nicely by Wilkie. The second one, John, that was just sheer heart and the definition of a greasy goal.
Even talking with Wayne, he goes, and then he goes and blocks a shot with about 12 seconds ago. He goes, easy. Because he blocked that shot, he was hurt. But he goes, he played so well last night, played so hard. And as you mentioned, his first career multi-point game with the Tigers, you look at his numbers, he has been really, really good. And with Kobe Walker down indefinitely, guys like Tanner Andrew and other players need to step up. Number 7 did that last night.
One change on that line tonight. It's just a load management issue. Cody Laskowski not in the lineup tonight, so Grady Hobbs goes up. Colton Trumbla getting in tonight on senior night. And John, for these seniors tonight, you got to send them off the right way.
And Wayne said, I know we're playing next week, but you'd love to send these seniors out on senior night in front of their families, come away with a win, and more importantly, play well.
Yeah, the senior ceremony, Kevin, we're going to bring it to you live here. Looking forward to that as we send it back to you.
Always a special night. Thanks so much, guys. Well, when the Air Force Academy touches down in Rochester each season, it's a fitting time to reflect on an individual who had ties to the United States Air Force and RIT. Among the over 4,000 seats here at the Gene Policini Center, one stands out from the rest. If you've been here, it's hard not to notice the lone orange seat among a sea of gray and black because much like the former Tiger it honors, this seat stands out even in the biggest crowd. His name was Green Williams.
He was just a great guy to be around. You know, everybody loved Green. You know, they loved the way, you know, he operated. They loved the way he kidded around, and they loved his big burly mustache.
Williams and Jim Stanley were fraternity brothers at Phi Sigma Kappa back in the 70s. And while Stanley played football, Williams was a goaltender for the RIT hockey team.
Green wasn't the most gifted goalie in the world, but I soon learned by being with him quite a bit. He had the heart of a lion, and his work ethic made up for any skills that he lacked.
After graduating from RIT, Williams enrolled in the United States Air Force, where tragically he was killed in 1984 during a pilot training accident.
It was quite devastating because he was young. You know, we were all young in our prime, and just getting started in life. So it was kind of a real shock, and to this day, whenever I see a jet stream across the sky, and anybody who knew Green closely thinks of Green.
Thanks to Green's sister, former teammates, and fraternity brothers like Stanley, a permanent tribute can be found in section 107, row K, seat number 8. A single orange seat right above the net where Williams spent his time as a Tiger.
How important is it to tell people that don't know about Green and what he not only meant to you, but to RIT?
I miss him. I guess I just miss my friend. Having the seat here, it gives us a chance to remember him. It gives us a chance to remember, what kind of fellow he was, and what he did for again RIT and his fraternity and especially his country. We're all proud of that, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that went through the hockey program that served our country and may have been injured or may have actually been killed. But I saw the chance to recognize Green in a special way for everyone that served in our military.
Tremendous tribute here at the Gene Policini Center. Hey, when we come back on Pregame Live, the class of 2023 will take the ice to be recognized for their contributions to the RIT hockey program. We'll honor those 7 seniors live next. You're watching Pregame Live.
I think we all want to be remembered with our name on the wall and our picture on the wall, which, that means winning the regular season championship, which we've done, and the second goal is the playoff championship. We all think we can do it, we all believe, so just about going and working hard every day and getting it done.
I think the atmosphere is, unmatched. I was just having a conversation with some guys just even this last week about it, like the way the corner crew gets into it, and when we're playing and everybody's, the place is just bumping, and it's really unlike any other real atmosphere I've even seen. Even going to some NHL games, it's just not, it's not like that, and I think being able to play in front of that for 4 years has been really special.
It is a special place, that's for sure. One of the best college atmospheres in the country as we are back here on Pregame Live. Tigers looking to complete the sweep of Air Force tonight while taking 3 of 4 against the Falcons in the process this season. We're just moments away from honoring this year's senior class of Ryan Nicholson, Colton Trumbull, Colby Matthews, Caleb Moritz, Elijah Gonzalez, and Matt Kellenberger, of course, Calvin Boots as well. Let's send it down to public address announcer Rocky Parada for the 2023 senior ceremony.
And now, fans, let's recognize the 8 members of the RIT men's hockey class of 2023 making their final regular season appearance here at the Gene Policini Center this evening. Our first honoree has played a very important role behind the scenes for the team over the last 5 seasons, serving as team manager. The son of Bernie and Jackie Shahara, an MBA candidate from Pittsford, New York, Spencer Shahara. Our next senior has played 40 games over the last 3 years, totaling 6 points, including a career-high 5 goals this season. The son of Marianne and Justin Boots, a finance major from Fairbanks, Alaska, number 6, Calvin Boots. Our next honoree has played 23 games this season after transferring from Princeton, totaling 5 points on 2 goals and 3 assists while blocking 26 shots. The son of John and Mary Beth Kellenberger, an NBA candidate from Toronto, Ontario, number 19, Matt Kellenberger. This honoree has made 28 appearances, 28 starts and goal during his time as a Tiger. The owner of a 14-9-3 record, including 32 save outing in a 3-2 overtime victory at Notre Dame last season. He is also a 3-time American Hockey Coaches Association All-American Scholar and a 3-time Atlantic Hockey All-Academic Team member. The son of Jeff and Amy Matthews, an accounting major from Coquitlam, British Columbia, number 40, Colby Matthews. Now this honoree is set to play his 116th game in an RIT uniform tonight and has compiled 22 points on 4 goals and 18 assists over the last 4 years. He is also an American Hockey Coaches Association All-American Scholar and a 3-time Atlantic Hockey All-Academic Team member majoring in advertising and public relations. The son of Bill and Sherry Nicholson from Mississauga, Ontario, number 24, Ryan Nicholson. A senior playing his 47th career game for the Tigers this evening has notched 4 points on 2 goals and 2 assists over the last 4 years. He is also a 3-time Atlantic Hockey All-Academic Team honoree, majoring in mechanical engineering. The son of Jason and Jennifer Trumbla from Winnipeg, Manitoba, number 9, Colton Trumbla. This next senior has played 103 games during his career in the Orange and Black, totaling 68 points on 26 goals and 42 assists. A member of the 2019-2020 Atlantic Hockey All-Rookie Team, he is also an American Hockey Coaches Association All-American Scholar and a 2-time Atlantic Hockey All-Academic Team member. The son of Wesley Gonsalves and Jamala Barrington, a finance major from Scarborough, Ontario, number 16, alternate captain Elijah Gonsalves. Our final honoree is making his 115th career appearance for the Tigers this evening. He has compiled 54 points on 21 goals and 33 assists over the last 4 seasons and is also a 3-time American Hockey Coaches Association All-American Scholar and a 3-time Atlantic Hockey All-Academic Team member. Majoring in biomedical sciences, the son of Rod Moretz and Christy Montgomery from Fairbanks, Alaska. Number 20, alternate captain Caleb Moretz. Fans, let's have one more round of applause for the RIT class of 2023.
Oh, it's always a special night for the seniors, their families, teammates, and of course, the fans. Congratulations as well to RIT Super Seniors and grad students Kobe Walker, Spencer Berry, and Andrew Petrucci. Well, that'll do it for us. Thanks so much for watching. When we return, we'll drop the puck. RIT Air Force is coming your way next.